We have a lot, about $1.5 trillion of commercial real estate debt that is coming due. What that means is in the commercial real estate market, you don't have 30-year fixed rate mortgages. If you went out and you bought an office building today, generally what's going to happen is you're going to get something like a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage, meaning you're going to get a loan for 5 years, and then after 5 years, the interest rate's going to readjust. Well, what we've seen happen is that over the last number of years when interest rates were very low, you saw a lot of people go out and start investing in real estate. One of those places was office real estate. And so now if you own office properties and you got a refinance in 2020 or 2021 where mortgage rates were very low, like what everybody else did, well, that means 2024 and 2025, you're going to see your loan potentially come due or your refinance coming due. That means the readjustment could be coming. And if the readjustment is coming, that means now if your mortgage rate is significantly higher, your payments could also shoot up. So now people might be going from this 2 to 3% mortgage to 7, 8, 9% mortgage in 2024 and 2025. There's about $1.5 trillion worth of commercial real estate debt that is expected to come due by the end of 2025. So now the question is, if these payments come due and now all these landlords have to pay more money, can they continue paying the higher payments? And generally what would happen in the past in a normal market is, sure, you pass the cost down to your tenants. You raise the rents for your tenants. But when you are in a market where offices are still vacant in a lot of instances across the country, you're still seeing high office vacancies, well, that starts to pose a different problem, because that means you're already not generating enough revenue as it is. And now if your expenses start to rise even higher, that makes it even more difficult now for you to continue refinancing or making your payments, because now your payments are higher, but you're not having any revenue come in the door as it is. So you can start to see now the government is starting to get worried about this future commercial real estate issue potentially coming in the coming 2 years. Because, well, now they're trying to reduce some of this office vacancy. How are they reducing some of this office vacancy? By telling developers to convert some of this office space to residential. Now, of course, we have about $1.5 trillion of commercial real estate debt coming due in the next couple of years. Not all of this is office. And now we have this $45 billion program to help developers and incentivize developers and builders to convert some of this office space to residential. There's a big gap between $1.5 trillion and $45 billion. But this is where you want to understand that there's a lot of issues that are kind of brewing, especially in the commercial real estate market. And as we start to see what happens with interest rates in 2024 and 2025, well, that's going to kind of indicate what might happen, especially in the commercial real estate market, because a lot of people are saying 2024 is an election year. President Biden wants to win the election again. One of the things that could help him win the election is if interest rates potentially fall, which means you could see some political pressure by the government to push the Federal Reserve Bank to start cutting interest rates. Now, the Federal Reserve Bank is a separate and independent entity from the government, or at least it's supposed to be. However, what we've seen happen is sometimes there are political pressures and political games that can be played where people in power want to win again, and they could put pressure on the Federal Reserve Bank to make certain decisions to influence the economy, to potentially help the presidency, because when people feel like they're rich, when people feel like they're making money, when people feel like the economy is good, they feel strong and happy about what's happening in government. When they're not happy with their money or their wealth or the economy, they want to see change in the government. Doesn't matter who's in office, Republican, Democrat, it's always the same kind of concept with that. And this is why some people are saying that in 2024 we can expect to see more interest rates cuts. Now, do we know for sure what's going to happen? No, absolutely not. But this is where I want you to understand kind of how the system works, and understand also if interest rates start to get cut in 2024, that could also make the inflation problem worse, because we haven't solved the inflation problem yet. And this is where, while a lot of people are predicting what's going to happen, I don't want you to be in the game of trying to predict what's going to happen next year, but rather understand how the economic system works, understand how money works, understand how interest rates play a part in the economy, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of red flags out there. Not just the commercial real estate market, not just inflation, but in many different aspects of our economy. And these things then create opportunities for those who are financially educated, for those who understand money, for those who are prepared. Prepared meaning you have some money put aside, which means you don't use 2023 as the year to go out and finance a new truck. even though we are seeing truck prices finally start to come down, used truck prices. But you use 2023 or whatever's left of 2023 as the year to get financially smart, to build a financial preparedness, to build a financial cushion, to understand what's happening. That way you can capitalize on whatever opportunities might be coming your way. But this is where it's important for you to start building that financial education. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to get a copy of this free ebook, How to Build Wealth as an Investor, you can do so. The way you can get a copy of this ebook is by clicking the link down in the description below or by going to briefs.co/ebook. This is an ebook that walks you through the basics of how do you build the mindset of an investor, to how do you save your first couple $1,000s, to then how do you start investing your money? What are different investing strategies? How do you start investing for cash flow? And then it goes into things like how do you spend your money smartly? And then it goes into things like how do you earn more money smartly? And then it goes into things like how do you protect your assets? There is a ton of value in this ebook, and you can read this ebook for free. So if you want to get this ebook, I got the link for you down in the description. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you gotta do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.